for the kids spit. All right. So quick note, I guess. So I'm recording on a Monday, which is, I think, when I'm going to post, probably, most likely. But it's because it's just, we'll get into it. Last week was a crazy week. And I learned a lot. So this is what I learned for the week of January 15th, 2024. Number one, there are huge benefits to the flexibility of owning my own business. And boy, I could tell you a story, but I'll just summarize it like this. Snow. Lots of snow, federal holidays, and kids at home for every single day of the week except for one. No school. So yeah, it was just a crazy week. Part of being my own boss is I get to determine when I work. And darn it, I should have worked a lot more last week, but I didn't. But it was okay because I was able to spend time with my kids. I got to have a bit of a snow day. It helped me understand that there's some great perks to this gig, right? Going back to that first video I made, like, it can cause me all the anxiety in the world, but it also allows me so much freedom to do things when I can, and to take off time when I need to, and all of the above. So it was nuts. And so I'm also learning that the things I'm learning kind of build on each other throughout the week, which is kind of cool. So the next one would be that random getaways, random kind of time off, no matter my current or our current financial state as a family, is just kind of good for the soul. So like, we knew that our kids were going to have off Monday and Friday. They wound up having off other days, but we knew that we were going to have Friday off and have a long weekend. And so we decided that when they got out of school on Thursday, because they actually went to school Thursday, that we were going to do something fun as a family, just to do something fun. And so we looked it up, in Great Wolf Lodge, which is about an hour away from here, had a great deal on a hotel for one night, and boy, did we book it. And we went and we had a blast at Great Wolf Lodge. It was a ton of fun. There was a water main break, which is crazy. And so we had no water overnight, and we're actually getting refunded for it. So that's a perk, I guess, right? It was really good to say, you know what, we're going to spend a little bit of money to get away for a little bit and just enjoy ourselves. And even though it doesn't sometimes feel possible to do that, it's just nice. It's just nice to say, this was a crazy week. Like, it was actually the perfect ending to a crazy week, because it was a crazy week. And it's like, okay, like, we just need to go away for just a little bit and just get out of here. And it's just good for your soul. It's good for your family. It's good to spend intentional time with our kids. It was just good. It was a good thing. Part of me being late in recording this has to do with the fact that I had zero time last week with kids home to do this. Also has to do with the fact that we were gone on Friday for most of the day, and with the fact that I then left town again on Saturday. I just had this realization over the weekend, and it was a bittersweet one, because the reason why I was out of town was my brother and I went to pack up some boxes of my mom's stuff. My mom, some of you know this, some of you don't, if you're just watching this for the first time or whatever, but my mom passed away this fall, and so we needed to go back to New York, where she was living when she died, to pack up some of her stuff and bring it back. And so we did that this weekend, my brother and I. It was a great trip for us. Like, we got to talk a lot. It's a good 5.5 hour drive. And so it was good time for us. But as I was packing things up, I just started to realize, like, this is what's left of my mom's stuff, right? And you don't take it with you, not any of it. Like, and I was really proud of her in some ways, because what was left was really indicative of her character, right? Like, the things that she enjoyed, the hobbies that she had, like the love of her family that she had, like that's what was represented there, and some clothes. But that was what was represented there. And so it was just a good reminder that you can't take it with you when you're done here on earth. The financial pressures we feel sometimes, the material pressures we feel, societal pressures we feel, you don't take it with you. It stays here when you are no longer here. And so there's some great reminders there for us, for the people left behind. There's some great reminders. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of reason to leave a whole lot behind. yeah, it's just a different way of thinking. Again, could be scary, could be anxiety inducing way of thinking, but for me this weekend, there was some sadness, but I was really proud of my mom for what she has left behind, in what is there, that again is reflective of her character, her love for her family, and her love for the things that she enjoyed to do, not the things that she enjoyed to possess, if that makes sense. So hopefully that's not too heavy to end on. Really great week all in all, actually, considering I was stuck in my house with my kids for 4 days. Pretty great week. So looking forward to this week. There's a lot going on this week again, and so I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot. But thanks for hanging around with me. I'll see you next Monday.